What is going on YouTube? Nick here, WiseGuy1011. Today, I have a little bit of a different video. Today, I'm going to be talking about my impressions of Destiny 2 so far, what I'm hoping for, and what the gameplay reveal has shown me, in my opinion. So the gameplay reveal for Destiny 2 happened around a week ago. I think it was a little over a week ago. But basically, we got to see some of the gameplay and some of the story that's going to be coming in Destiny 2. So it was pretty exciting. If you haven't seen the Destiny 2 reveal, I'll link it in the description. You could go watch it on Bungie's YouTube channel. But anyway, just a few fast facts about Destiny. The release date for Destiny 2 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is predicted to be September 8th, 2017. It's actually not predicted to be. It has been kind of confirmed at this point that it's releasing on September 8th, 2017 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The game's going to cost $60, just kind of standard. But one thing that's kind of interesting, though, is that on the PC platform, the game might actually be coming out later. There have been some articles saying that the PC release date is going to be a couple weeks after the console release, and there are some saying that it'll be a couple months after the console release. We have no official word from Bungie on when the PC version is coming out, but we can only hope that it's going to be around that September 8th release date. Because Destiny on PC has been something that people have wanted for a long time, and the fact that Destiny 2 is confirmed to come to PC is really awesome, but we don't have a set-in-stone release date for PC yet, and we don't even know when pre-orders are going to open up for Destiny 2 on PC. We don't know when or if there's going to even be a beta on the PC. So a lot of unanswered questions about the PC version, but we do know for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One it will be coming out September 8th. Another cool thing about the PC version of Destiny 2, we've been told that there's going to be uncapped frame rate. It's going to support kind of some funky resolutions like 21:9 resolution, so like super ultra wide you can use. There's going to apparently be a lot of graphical settings, so you can change it like from high, medium, low. We don't know if those are actually going to be the settings, but we know that there are going to be settings you can change. But the most interesting thing about the PC one, or the PC version, is that it's actually coming on Battle.net, which is Blizzard's platform. So a lot of people thought that this game was going to be coming out on Steam because a lot of Activision's games, like the Call of Duty games, those all have been showing up on Steam so far. But now we see that Destiny 2 is going to be going on Battle.net, Blizzard's service. So that's definitely kind of interesting. But it's not totally out of the blue because they're both kind of owned by the same mega company, Bungie Activision, or not Bungie Activision, Activision Blizzard. So it's not too far out of left field, but it's definitely something that surprised a lot of people because we did think it was going to end up coming to Steam, but it's come to Battle.net instead, which I think is actually going to be a pro for the game because Battle.net is host to a lot of really good games, obviously all created by Blizzard. There's Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft, just a lot of good games, Hearthstone. So the fact that Destiny 2 is coming on Battle.net is going to be pretty interesting. The service is great. The support is great, but apparently it's only going to be sold on Battle.net. Blizzard isn't actually going to have anything to do with the game as far as servers go, as far as creating DLC goes. All we know is that it's coming to Blizzard's platform. It's going to be sold there. We don't know if Blizzard's going to have any sort of interaction with the game otherwise. Now, let's talk about what the gameplay trailer actually had. So the sequel kicks off, or at least the gameplay reveal kicks off, with the tower kind of being attacked by the Red Guard. And, everybody's kind of blown back, the Vanguard are blown back, and we have to kind of recover, it seems like, because you're going to lose all your stuff in your vaults. The story kicks off on Earth, where in the European Dead Zone, you're in the tower, and then the tower gets attacked by the Red Guard. You have to fight your way out. And then there's just a whole bunch of stuff. If you haven't actually watched the trailer, I suggest you go see it. So I'm not going to summarize everything because that would be way too long, but I am going to definitely talk about my opinions of what I saw. And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go watch the gameplay reveal. So first of all, the opening scenes and everything, all the cinematics look amazing. Hopefully they're just as good in the game as they're looking to be now. Hopefully there's more of them, because it would kind of suck if the game releases and then there's not any like new cutscenes and we've kind of seen them all. So hopefully we see a lot of these quality cutscenes throughout the game and not just in these parts. I like the character development that we had with Zavala that they showed. I hope we see that more with Cayde and Ikora as well. Definitely some interesting stuff. From what we were told, the new planets and the new zones are going to be a lot bigger than what we have currently, which is nice, but I'm kind of surprised that they don't have all of the old planets. Because right now, if I can just find a list, the new game's going to have 3 planets, 3 additional planets. Titan, Io, and Nessus, as well as Earth. So there's going to be, right now we have 4 planets confirmed for release, which is cool, but I'm kind of worried because if there's only 4 planets, that's less than what we have in the current Destiny game now. So it's kind of disappointing to see that we're not going to be getting Mars, and that we're not going to be getting Venus, that we're not going to be getting the Dreadnought back. I mean, that's kind of to be expected, but I was just hoping to see maybe some of the older planets that we already have maybe just kind of put into this game in some way, shape, or form. Maybe we'll see that in DLC, but right now there's only going to be 4 planets: Titan, Io, Nessus, and Earth. So that's definitely something that I'm kind of worried about. I just don't like the fact that there's only going to be 4 planets, only one of which is actually like a planet in our solar system, which is Earth. The rest of them are all kind of moons that we're just kind of calling planets. But whatever. One kind of quality of life change that came to Destiny that I'm really liking, or I've liked the sound of, is that you're going to be able to travel between planets on your planet. You don't have to go to orbit every time you want to go somewhere, so that's going to be really nice. There's going to be different landing zones so you can get to places quicker. That's definitely another quality of life change that I really like. I think the story is going to be excellent this time around. I don't think there's really much to talk about besides the fact, because if the story ends up being as good as these cinematics have been so far, as long as the gameplay and the storyline kind of follows that arc, I think that we're going to have an excellent story of recovery, of recovering the tower, or recovering your light that you've lost. So I think that it's almost a no-brainer that the story is going to be somewhat good, or at least a lot better than the other game was. Obviously, we're going to have to wait until the game comes out, but the story is definitely looking a lot more promising. That's something to be excited about. Now, something that I was personally excited to hear about was the Crucible, because I'm a huge Crucible player in Destiny right now. Crucible's pretty much been the only thing that's kept me playing Destiny for so long. Because, what's the point of getting all this cool gear if you can't wreck other people with it? So, Crucible has always been a fun environment for me. I've loved it. I've loved going through all the metas, like all the broken metas. Like, I know a lot of people hated how in Destiny 1 there were so many different metas and how you had to, like, use certain weapons in order to do good, but I kind of loved it because it was a unique experience. You couldn't really go into other shooters. Like, in Call of Duty, you can use any gun and do pretty good because they all have similar time to kill and similar functions, basically, but in Destiny, you would have some OP, like, one-shot weapon, or there's something would just take over, and it was kind of fun, in my opinion, to have the game changed up so many times. But now Destiny's kind of been watered down, but that's a discussion for a whole other video. And it looks like in Destiny 2 they're pushing for it to be a lot more balanced. We can definitely tell that because of the reduction, or should I say the complete overhaul of Crucible. Basically, they've changed Crucible to all be 4v4. There's no longer 3v3 playlists. There's no longer free-for-all. There's no longer 6v6. From what we have been told, the only game mode is going to be 4v4, which is an interesting push, but it's very similar to kind of how Halo competitive works, where you have 4v4. So maybe team composition will end up being a factor in Destiny 2 Crucible, which is interesting. But as far as the 4v4 goes, I think it'll be great as far as competitive nature goes and as far as esports go, but part of what was so fun to me about Destiny were the objective game modes. Control and Rift, for example, were 2 of my favorite game modes in Destiny, both of which were 6v6, by the way. Because they were because in Destiny you have all these, like, super powerful abilities, your supers, your grenades. And so it was always a lot of fun to go and just use your super on, like, a control zone and take it over and get, like, 3 kills with 1 Titan Smash, or with like your Blade Dancer, you could go and take over a point. Or in Rift, it was awesome to have those huge battles over who was going to get the Rift, with all these supers going left and right, trying to kill everyone to get the Rift, or trying to kill everyone to get the zone. And so I'm kind of upset that that aspect of Crucible seems to be being taken away for a more esports environment. But I mean, it does cater to a certain audience. I'm not too big into esports, especially with a game like Destiny, where you're getting all these different kinds of loot and the guns aren't all the same or do the same things. So I think in a game as diverse as Destiny, I think that trying to restrict the Crucible to be esports like is a little bit of a mistake. But I could be completely wrong. Your opinion might be completely different. The map design, it's looking okay. I mean, the maps look kind of cool, but you can definitely tell that they watered it down to kind of be more arena based. The maps are more balanced this time around. You know, in the original Destiny, you would have crappy spawn points where you'd want to spawn on one side of the map instead of the other because it gives you advantageous position. In this game, it looks like the maps are pretty evenly designed so that you get as balanced of an experience as possible. So again, if you're into esports and you're into the balance of a game, then that's going to be something that you're going to love. I'm just worried that the changes they've made to Crucible are going to ruin casuals in Crucible. I feel like the 4v4 and the clean cut arena type maps are gonna kind of shy away casual players in Crucible, which that's what's kept me in Destiny for so long, is being a casual in Crucible. I didn't really do trials all that much. I didn't play 3v3s too much. It was always 6v6s, going in with like 6 of your friends and just trying to hammer out a bunch of control matches and rift matches. And that brings up another question too, if Iron Banner's going to come back, because Iron Banner's been 6v6 for forever. So maybe Iron Banner won't be coming back in Destiny 2. Obviously, we don't know this yet, but I don't know. How will Iron Banner change? There's just a lot of Crucible changes that are definitely really interesting. There's definitely an esports push here. I just don't know if I like it because Destiny, part of the fun to me in Destiny was how unbalanced the game was and how you would constantly have shifts in metas and how you could use your supers to take over control points and to kill a whole bunch of people. Like going on massive kill streaks is pretty much a done for because there's only 4 people on each team. Plus, another thing that I noticed in Crucible, at least from watching gameplay, I'm not too sure what the numbers are, I haven't checked, but it looks like the time to kill on weapons has been decreased. I don't know how I like that change because I thought that in Destiny, the time to kill was at a pretty good spot. It wasn't like super fast time to kill like it is in Call of Duty, but it wasn't like super slow like it is in Halo. It was kind of like that perfect balance in the middle, and I'm kind of upset that they're pushing more towards, or at least from what Bungie said, they've increased the shields. So you're going to have basically more health. I don't know how I like that change. We'll obviously have to play with it to see how it goes, but I mean, I thought the time to kill in Destiny was already kind of perfect the way it was. Anyway, let's move off of the topic of Crucible. I've kind of spewed a bunch of nonsense. You can take it for whatever you want. Obviously, we're all going to have different opinions on it, but last thing I wanted to talk about was their push for multiplayer and clans. I'm excited to hear about this, actually, because one of the biggest things that I didn't like about Destiny, the original Destiny, is that you would have to go out of the game to, like, interact with your clan. You would have to go on, like, Bungie's website, and then you'd have to, like, message on their website in order to communicate with your clan. If you wanted to join a clan, you would have to go on a computer. If you had to do anything, basically, you would have to go to their website. You couldn't do it in-game. And I'm excited to see that a lot of the clan functionality is going to end up coming back in, or it's going to end up being in the game. It's going to make it easier for people to join groups and be able to do things. So that is definitely a positive. I feel like having all these communities of clans is going to help the game have some longevity. Who knows what cool stuff we'll see happen with clans. Maybe there'll be like clan battle kind of a deals where you can do like tournaments of a clan versus a clan, which that's what I predict to have happen, especially in the esports environment. I'm expecting there to be like clan versus clan, top clan versus top clan, and like 4v4 tournaments. That would definitely be interesting. But I just like that they're pushing the clan feature into the game because it's going to make access to the community so much easier, because Destiny in the end is designed to be multiplayer. You're supposed to play with other people. In your raids and strikes, you're supposed to be cooperating with others. So the clan feature is definitely something I'm looking forward to. So to kind of sum it all up here at the end, I would say that story's looking amazing, gameplay's looking amazing, cinematics are looking amazing. Clan features coming to the game is awesome. It's going to open up a lot, or open people up to the community, so that's definitely awesome. And then the only things that I'm kind of iffy on right now are the changes to Crucible. Changing it to 4v4 I think is risky because it might shy away casual players, but again, only time will tell. And again, the time to kill, it looks like, has been decreased because shields on Guardians have been increased. So we'll see. Again, we'll have to have actual time with the game to see how these changes play out, but those are just my thoughts. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so. I'll definitely have some more Destiny content in the future. Leave a comment down below on what you think of Destiny 2, and definitely leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.